Hello folks, Two Sheds Gabby here. I am going to start on a box of nickels. This is Thursday night, 8 minutes until 10 p.m. I went out and did some banking this morning, and they didn't have my 3 boxes of halves. They had made a mistake and only had 2 boxes. I got no silver today. I did get 1 proof coin. It's a pretty nice one, but I was a little disappointed that I didn't get any silver. I got the dime silk 6 silver dimes a couple days ago, so that was pretty nice. But I was hoping I might get a little bit of a silver and $half, but not this week. Anyway, haven't gotten a silver in the box of nickels in a good while. That'd be great, but let's just get started and see what we find. I don't think I'll finish tonight, but we'll get started. This is the second row, and here is 2024P number 1. I've not been getting the silver nickels, but thankfully I have been getting quite a few of the 2024s, and so that's helps to make up for it. I've been getting quite a few of them, actually. I hope I don't get so many 2025s this box. I got over 480 of them in the last box, and I don't want any more. I've got plenty. Please, no 2025s. I would love to. Oh, there's 2024P number 2. I was about to say I would just love to get 2 2024Ds in one box. I've never done that. Ain't that wild? Yeah, I went into my bank this morning and she's like, I'm sorry. She goes, I was just ordering real quick this last week for you. And she goes, I just hit the wrong thing. I hit 2 instead of 3. And I take them chocolate every couple of weeks too. But I'm just kidding. I don't, that stuff happens, and they're pretty good to me there, and I appreciate them. And I'll continue taking them their chocolate. Here's the next row in 2024P number 3. Well, again, hopefully I'll get, somewhere close to a roll of them in this box. That'd be nice. I do hope I get something else of interest as well. Picked up at the bank today also a box of nickels and a box of pennies. There's another 2024 right there. That's number 4. This is not the box of nickels. This is a box I've just had for a few weeks laying around. I still have one more box that I've just had around, and also this box. The box I bought today. And here's 2024P number 5. Cool beans. So I've got over 30 boxes of pennies put away that are sealed. And I haven't been getting as many lately. I just got 1 box this week, and I don't even have an extra box. So I'll go through pennies like this weekend, and that's the box I'll go through, because unless I get into those that I have stored away, I don't have another box of pennies. Let's see. Nope, I don't think I do. Oh, there's the first 2025. Don't tell anybody. I'm not going to keep it. This is the 4th row, and this is my first older coin. It's a 1940 Philadelphia. So I got a letter from a friend tonight who bought some rolls of nickels through some site on the internet. Just taking a chance. It was like $8 a roll, something like that. And it said that they were mostly 40s and 50s. And he picked up, I forget, several rolls. And out of these several rows, he got like 50, in the neighborhood of 50 wartime nickels. Unbelievable. Man, he made bank. That was so cool. Pretty exciting. I mean, he didn't know what to expect. He just took a shot in the dark, and every roll had silvers in them. Man, is that amazing? That's a good looking 1964. It's got a little bit of the steps, but not full steps. It's in good shape, though. Tutu, you didn't see that. This is the 5th row, and here's 2024P number 6. Number 6. Tomorrow, we're going to one of my bank branches. Every year, let me back up, one of the big managers or something, this is a local bank. They've got, I don't know, maybe 8 branches in the area, something like that. And one of the people that is in the top, of this bank, also is part owner in a Mexican food truck. And so for customer appreciation, once a year, they have this truck go to the different branches, and they let the members have a free lunch. And oh man, it's good. This is now the next row, and here's 2024P number 7. Oh, and there's a 1955 right behind it. The Philadelphia is the one that we're looking for in this semi-key date. Ah, it's a D. No semi-key date. But the branch that is closest to me, just like less than a mile away, is the branch that had the truck last week, and we went over there and had a super nice lunch. I think I had a quesadilla and a taco and cojita fries. They put that cojita cheese on the fry. Oh, it's so good. And tomorrow is going to be at the branch where the branch that calls me to get the dimes. And so we're going to go out there for lunch tomorrow and enjoy another cojita fries and maybe a few tacos. Oh, it's so fun. And we chat with all the people that we associate with. Almost all of them knows me by name. We'll chat for a little bit. It's pretty cool. A lot of fun. And you can't beat a free lunch. What do you guys think about this one? It's 1989. A little bit of toning. Super nice looking. And it does have the full steps as well. Little bit of, right in the center, just a little smudge, like where they're bent a little bit. But all the way around, you can see all the steps. That is in nice shape. It's not that old, so I don't know. But it sure is a good-looking coin. I may have to stick that. Oh, and right behind it is 2024P number 8. I live in Louisville now, and they have 1 or 2 branches across the river in southern Indiana. Last year, neither, or I don't. There's 1 or 2. If there's 2, neither one of them had the truck go over there last year. It was just the branches right here in the Louisville area. But I noticed on their little listing that one of them across the river this year is going to have the truck. Oh, that looks like an old one. It's Philadelphia. And it's 1948. And so we'll probably go to that one too. There's 6 of them that's going to have the truck there this year. And I imagine, and it's every Friday for the next few weeks. And unless something comes up to mess us up, we'll go every week. Ask them if they've got any $50 while they're there. While we're there. Is that number 9? Number 9. Well, we're big rock singers. We got golden fingers, and we're loved everywhere we go. Here is the 10th row and 2024P, number 10. 1 per roll so far. Double digits. You know, I like those double digits. Speaking of Dr. Hook songs, I was just reminded myself. Back when I was 18, I think, I went to work for a company that was based out of southern Kentucky. But we repaired silos, and we were repairing silos all summer long in South Carolina. And we got like a half day off one day because of rain. You can't do this repair in rain. And it don't rain there very much in the summer. Oh, is that number 11? It is. Cool beans. Anyway, we got that day, part of the day off. 1958. Philadelphia is the low mint. Denver is not. And we went to over to Savannah. We were in that part of the state. We wasn't super far from Savannah, Georgia. And we went over there and got a meal, a nice meal. First of all, just to let you know that we, without permission, took the boss's truck. It was just an old beat-up truck that we were driving. So that started the day off. And let me get to the next row. Okay, this is the 11th row, also known as the next row. So we went over to Savannah, and there's number 11, I think, or 12, we'll count later. We had this meal, and we was drinking mintage wine. Now remember, folks, this is back in my wild days before I became a Christian, all right? I was a wild cat. And after we left there, we was driving over fairly close to the beach in the Savannah area. A little bit out of town, I believe it was. And we just heard a ruckus, loud cheering and stuff. And so we pulled around, and there was a little, not real big bar, and people outside of it. And we inquired, and there was what we think was like a local band that was fairly big, not huge. I feel like the name of the band was Creole, but I could be wrong. But we went inside, and we was drinking really heavy, way too heavy. And at one point, this band took a break. And I don't remember how it happened, but somehow or another, me and the lead singer of that band got to talking to each other at the bar. And the two of us started singing Dr. Hook songs. And we got a huge crowd of people around us cheering and stuff. And we're sitting there singing these Dr. Hook songs. And I'm sure he had a few, and I know I did. And so that was kind of a weird moment, singing with this lead singer of a band these Dr. Hook songs. Anyway, they went back to their thing, and I went back to drinking. There's another one, cool. 2024P. I'll get into one more roll and kind of finish the story up. All right, this is the 12th row now. So we went back to our drinking, and my partner that I was with, my work partner, he apparently had hit on a girl who was there with her boyfriend, but or husband, I don't know, and I don't know that he knew, but I noticed a few people in my extremely inebriated state was just looking him and I kind of funny. And I said, we probably ought to leave. And he goes, yeah, let's leave. And it took us a while to find our car. I mean, we had drunk a lot, beer and whiskey. And not to mention the wine earlier. And well, anyway, what ended up happening was we were doing 85 miles an hour on the sidewalk and ran into a used car lot and demolished the truck. And I flew out and hit a car we had hit with my back, and it knocked me back inside the pickup truck, kind of weird, and put a little scar on my back, but it wasn't terribly bad. It was just painful, you know. Not that night. I didn't even notice it that night. So anyway, turns out the policeman had already been behind us when this took place. And so they take us and they're putting us in the back of the patrol car. There's another one, yay. And while they're doing that, my partner reaches out. We got handcuffs on, but he reaches up and kicks, as they're putting us in, he kicks the policeman in the crotch, and he kicks him so hard, he went straight down to the pavement, rolling. And I looked over at my partner, I said, they're going to kill us. He goes, I know. They didn't. One more row. Okay, so I guess, you know, after all these hours of the drinking and stuff, it's really starting to get to me. And I remember being in this little, I guess it was like a little mini courtroom inside of the jail place where they have kind of like Andy Griffith jail cells, you know. 2024P, another one. We'll count them in a little while. And I remember, and they had church pews instead of chairs. And I remember sitting in a church pew watching them put my partner, the guy I worked with, giving him a breathalyzer or something. And that's the last I remember. I woke up the next day in a little tiny jail cell by myself. And there I was on a little cot, metal frame cot with a 1-inch plastic, sweaty, nasty mattress I was laying on. Probably had years of other people's sweat on it. And really groggy. Now my back is starting to hurt. And I hear somebody from the next cell over going, hey, are you over there? I said, yep, that's me. He goes, okay, you okay? I said, I guess so. But we were there for several days. And finally, my very angry, another 2024, wow. My very angry boss finally bailed us out. And at the end of the summer, when he paid us, whatever he had to use to bail us out from all this, he took it out of our check. So I didn't get a whole lot of money at the end of the summer. Folks, this is number 18. The 2024s are coming along pretty good. I'm seeing, you know, a few 2025s. Yeah, like that. But I'm ignoring them. Oh, look at that. Number 19? Yeah, I think I got a good shot at getting a whole row of this box for sure. 25. If I recall, I was supposed to go back a month or so later for my court hearing for the whatever we were all charged with. My partner got charged with more than I did because he was the one behind the wheel. But I also had a court case and I did not go back. And so I'm sure they had a bench warrant on me in the state of Georgia for the next 7 years. But, you know, that was a long time ago. I mean, it's long forgotten. Well before they was putting everything in computers, too. 1978, I guess it was. That life has been long past me. Like I've said before, the last time I've ever drinking an adult alcoholic beverage was in, I think it was April or May of 1982. Here is a dirty 1946. I don't even know if I can tell if there's a mint mark. I'll clean it up and check that out later. I'm glad that life is behind me. For a while back, I'll tell you in the next row. I keep having to go to the next row. I'm in the 15th row, and here is 2024P. Number 20, guys. I think I got a real good shot at getting a whole row of this box. But anyway, I was thinking the other day about that. A few weeks back, I went to lunch with my friends. I think I told you this. And I don't think either one of them drinks anymore. You know, they were drinking buddies when I was a teenager. And I think they've both quit somewhere along the way. But they want to go to a bar to get our lunch, you know, get a burger or whatever. And I went. I just don't care to go to bars, you know. I'm not saying that it's wrong. I just ain't crazy about it. You know, I'll go to a restaurant that has a bar, and so I don't freak out over that. But anyway, I remember sitting in this bar, and these old men, my age or even older than me, sitting there at lunchtime, noon, drinking whiskey. And I'm like, man, I'm glad I have given that up. Here is number 21. If I'd have kept drinking, I was a heavy, heavy drinker back in my partying days. Look at that, 22. I probably wouldn't be alive if I was still drinking because I was too crazy. 16th row in 2024P, number 23. Now, when I say crazy, I don't mean I was a lunatic or I just didn't know when to stop. I just drank way, way too much and way, way too often. I used to tell people I was a member of the PTA, part-time alcoholic. I was not enough. I never became an alcoholic. I never got, I guess what you would say, hooked. When I was in the partying life, I just wanted to do it all the time. And a lot. I drank a lot. And I was just one of the lucky ones, I guess, that I never became an alcoholic. When I became a Christian, I just quit, and that was just the end of it. That's number 24, 2024P. Hallelujah is all I can say. God was patient with me and had mercy and let me live through all the nonsense and the drunken driving and all that. And it's long behind me. Hey, look at this, guys. Remember that last penny box I went through? I found a penny that had like 3 BB shots to it. This guy's really been tagged. It's wild looking. Yeah, he has been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. That's funny. This is the 17th roll. I'm going to try to get through half the box, so I got 8 rolls to go after this. And then we'll call it quits for the night. We're at almost a quarter till 11 p.m. There is 25. I'll have to check and make sure. Going pretty good with these 24s. Nineteenth row here is a 1953. If it happens to be the S, there's 19 million of them made. It is the Philadelphia. There's more than 19 million made. My brother was wild before me, and so I'm sure that part of my wildness was following in his footsteps. But he had, no. Look at this, guys. Oh my. 1944 Denver. Wow. 32 million of those. That is wonderful. I can't believe I finally found the silver. Oh man, fish, got what I wish. That's so cool. Oh man, that's exciting. Anyway, my brother had straightened himself out before I did, and I came in one night after being out with some of the guys, and he stopped me, and we got to talking about. Now, a few years earlier, he had talked me into moving to Bowling Green with him, and I worked construction for a little while. I think I was 16 when I went down there, and he had already straightened his life out. He introduced me to his preacher, and his preacher would constantly talk to me about my soul and say stuff. I'm like, yeah, I believe in God, but I don't want to change, blah, blah, blah. And he'd get so upset because I'd agree with him. I understood what my circumstances were. And he would just get so frustrated with me. But anyway, here it is, 3 years later. And this time my brother's talking to me about my soul and Christ and all that. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm ready to give this life up. And that's what I did. But it didn't stick real well. Here in the 20th row is another 2024P. I think that's like 26 of them. Yeah, anyway, Jesus said to be baptized. He who believes and is baptized will be saved. Who doesn't believe will be lost. And so I was baptized. I became a Christian. And I did well for X number of months, but I kept hanging out with my drinking buddies until finally I went back to that life for a couple of years, sadly. 21st row, here's a 1951. If it is an S, it's a semi-key date. It's not. No semi-key dates tonight so far. So anyway, like I said, there's a 1952. Cool. That's a Philadelphia too. I took off to Texas with a friend of mine, and we were hanging out in Corpus Christi. And one night, I just let it all go. I mean, it was terrible. I got back to drinking, and before the night was over, I was dancing on top of one of the tables with one of the waitresses. It was crazy. And so I lived that life for a few years. And during that couple of years, I had a lot of frustrated moments. Yeah. I lived almost my whole life very happy, but I think I even suffered a little bit of depression during those couple of years. Because in my heart, I knew. So thankfully, I finally turned it back around. And I have never looked back. Made a lot of mistakes, but I've never looked back. 22nd row and 2024P, number 26. So last Sunday, I guess it was, at church, one of the members, friend of ours, came up to us and said, y'all have any plans for next Saturday? And we're like, no, what's going on? They said, why don't you go out to eat with us, and then we'll go to this country music concert in the next county over. And we're like, okay, sounds great. And me and my wife do not like country music. But we like being with our friends. So we're going to have dinner with them, and we're just going to clap, and we're going to find something good about it, Somebody on that stage is going to be really good at picking a guitar or a banjo or something, and we're going to appreciate his talent or her talent, and we're going to clap for him, and we're just going to have a good time regardless of the fact that we don't like country music. But we just like to be with them, It's just fun to get together. I'm in the 23rd row, and here is 2024P, number 28. That's pretty cool. And not only am I getting these 2024s, and quite a few of them, but we got a silver. We get to meet over at the silver box in this nickel hunt. And it's been a little while since I've gotten to do that. So I'm pretty excited about that. What's going on there? Oh, there it is, 2020. I was saying, where's the head on that thing? 2 more rolls and we will call it a night. I have found, oh, there is 20, was that 29, I think? Yeah, man, cool. I have found 2025s, but I don't think I have found as many. I definitely have not found as many 25s as I have 24s. Right near the end of the 24th row, here's a 19 and 47 Philadelphia. I should have turned my fan on when I came in. For some reason, my office isn't as cool as the rest of the house, and you need the fan on just to keep the air circulating. There's no overhead light or fan in this room. I don't understand why they didn't put an overhead light in what is supposed to be the living room, but they didn't. Here's the last row in the first half of the box in 2024P number 30. Oh, it'd be nice to match that in the second half and get 60 of these guys. That'd be A-okay. I'm getting tired, and it's 5 minutes after 11. I heard somebody talking about when we were kids, and they said, man, when we were kids, you know, our parents would, oh, there's a 1946. Our parents would send us out and not let us back in the house till, you know, till you get out there and stay out until dinner time or whatever, you know. And they said the kids today just don't get it. Said our parents didn't keep up with us. So they even had to put a commercial, public broadcast commercial on the TV at 9 o'clock that said, it's 9 p.m. Do you know where your children are? I remember those commercials. Oh, that's just hilarious. 1946, Philadelphia. Oh, yeah. I never even thought about it then. I was too busy. Oh, there's 31. We were too busy drinking out of our hoses back then. But not right away. You had to let it run for a minute because all the water that was in the hose was hot. And you had to wait till the cool water came through. I've done it many, many times. You drink a little bit, pour some on your head, drink a little bit more. All right, folks, good night. Good morning, folks. It is about 9 a.m. I was up having coffee with my wife, and she got a phone call, and I said, there's my cue. So this is my first roll back this morning, and here is a 1955. I'd love to find a Philadelphia. I never have yet, I don't think, or at least not for a long, long time. Again, this one is Denver. The Philadelphia is the semi-key date. Already had my coffee this morning, sweeten it with honey. We used to use this stevia there's a couple of other little things in it because stevia is bitter. And I've been questioning this. I can't even remember what this thing is called. I may get back with you on that. But anyway, all the stevias that we have found have this in it, and we've done some research. And even though stevia is safe, it's bitter, but if it has this chemical in it, like, no, not for us. So we have stopped using that. There's a 25 I'm not keeping. But someone last night or this morning wrote and said that they're still selling 2025 nickels. I'm going to have to look that up. Well, I'm surprised. I just looked up the 2025 nickels. They are still selling. It's pretty wild. The boxes are still selling for over $200, full boxes. And all I've been seeing is the full, like the bankrolls of the 2025, you know. I haven't seen where people have gathered up the loose ones like this. I'll have to look up a little bit more separately. But I guess I will pull the rest of these out, and I'm going to put like 2 or 3 rolls together and see if I can sell it for enough to make a profit and still cover my shipping. If you just sell 1 roll for $10, $2 immediately is for the nickels, and then the shipping has gotten so high you probably can't ship them for under $4.50 anymore. And so to me, you're just not making enough profit to mess with that. But if you can sell 2 or 3 rolls for $10 a row, then you're making some profit. So anyway, and if I'm putting together the rolls and not the bank rolls, I may have to sell them for like $8 a roll. But if I can sell 3 or 4 rolls at a time, I could, if I can do that, then it's a profit. So I guess I better go back to keeping the 25s at least until I put some up on eBay and test them. Oh, there's 2024P number 32. All right. So anyway, I'm gonna try to start saving these 25s again. At least I'm gonna get a listing. I've got a bunch of rolls from that last box. I'm gonna put them on eBay today, some of them. And if they sell, then I'll just keep saving my 25s until they don't sell, I was selling my 2024 P&D rolls of nickels, but they finally have quit selling. I've got some that have been up there for quite a while that haven't sold. Did I say pennies? 24 P&D, a roll of P&D pennies. I was only making like $1 each sale. It was still kind of fun doing it. Third roll in the second half in 2024P number 33. We're getting really close to that full roll, man. I did it again. Oh, there's another one of those. I went to the bank yesterday and forgot to ask for the empty nickel rolls. I'm going today to get my free lunch, and I've got to make a deposit while I'm there, and I need to remember to ask them for the paper nickel rolls so I can have plenty around here. 2025. I'm really curious to see if I can sell some of them. That'd be fun. 1941. No, it's a Philadelphia. No, there's no mint mark. 2024P number 34. We are getting mighty close to that full row. It's very cool. And speaking of the 2024s, they are still selling good on eBay. But to me, it's weird. The 2024 Ds are still selling in the ballpark of $75 a row. The 2024 Ps are more like the neighborhood of $15 per row, which is a little depressing for me because I get the 2024s mostly. Now we're talking the bank rolls, that are sealed bank rolls. I can still sell the 2024 Ps that I put together, but for a little bit less. So I'll put a few rolls at a time up there. But if I sell any more, I'm just putting them away right now. They're still selling good, but the 2024 D, they made 32.88 million, which is extremely low for normal. But the P, they made 36.72 million. We're only talking a difference of about 4 million. They're both extremely low mintage. And I just don't understand why such a wide discrepancy on the eBay sales. It seems like they should be closer together than that to me. But, people just had it in their head because the D was the lowest mintage. That's what they want, and they're still paying good money for them. Sure, I'd still love to get a hold of a box of those. That'd be amazing. But I'm in the wrong territory for that. They're a little bit far. They're on the other side of the Mississippi, except Florida. Florida has gotten some boxes of them. But most people that get the boxes, 1970S? Oh, well, that's interesting. I don't pay that much attention to these mint marks, but I don't often catch myself seeing an S, and I did this time. I'm going to stick this aside and just think about it for a little while. And I just came across a 1942 in the fifth row in the second half. What do you think? Do you think it looks silver? I don't know. I guess it's borderline. I just can't tell. It's not. Oh, that's a bummer. Was there a mint mark at all? No. 1942 Philadelphia. Well, I haven't gotten a 42S in. I've gotten a lot of 42s that were not S in the last months. Haven't seen a 42. Did I say that right? Haven't seen a 42 silver in quite a long time. In my boxes. Oh, that 1970S that I found, that last row, there's over 200 million of those minted. Of course, they started doing the S's in proofs, started in 1972. There's another 24, that is 35 of them. Cool beans. Yeah, I sold a bunch of them. Made a chunk of money, but I'm just going to put the 2024s away for a while, and I've had a friend ask me a month ago if I'd sell a couple rolls, and I did, but I'm not going to put them on eBay anytime soon. I'm not planning on it anytime soon. Here's number 37, I think. I'll have to recount that. Yeah, here in just a little while, we're going to get ready and go get our free lunch. I'll try to remember to take a picture, but I got food in my lap. I'm not always on the ball with taking my pictures. 25. That'd be so fun to sell some of them. It'd make me wish I hadn't discarded so many of them. Oh, right there, end of the row. Another 24p. I just came across the 1958 in my seventh row. Now the P is only 17 million. That's pretty low mintage. And the D is much, much higher. Let's see what we get. Oh yeah, that one's the Philadelphia. That's a low mintage coin, folks. 17 million is not a lot of coins. It's a shame because the 2024 P is 38 million and people are buying them left and right. Why aren't they buying the 1958s that only have 17 million? I'm not sure I know the answer to that. It's just, it's hype and something new, things like that. But that's just the way it goes. Which probably means somewhere down the road, it'll start equaling out, but it'll be a while because the 2009s, you can still sell them, and that's been, quite a few years. But they're still popular, and there's more 2009s made than there is 2024s. So it's just a thing. I'm sure there have been articles written about it, explaining it. 2025. I wouldn't mind the 2009. It's been a couple boxes. I got several put away. And I've even sold a stack of them this year. Here in the second half of the box in the eighth row is my Canadian 1982. I usually get at least one per box. Every now and then I won't. 1982. I'm thinking this bank that I'm going to have lunch at today, I'm going to go ahead and ask them to order me a couple of boxes of $50, 2024p. This is number 38 right here. I just counted. Yeah, it's a different bank I usually get my $50 from, and they had only gotten me the 2 boxes this week, which I got no silver. And I think that this bank I'm going to order from today, I think they do Brinks as well. I'd love to find somebody locally that does Loomis. I see the Loomis truck out there, but I don't know what banks they're associated with. I may have to follow one someday. That's probably a good idea. How often are you out going somewhere that you just lackadaisically, I think I'm just driving today, and not have somewhere in mind you're going? You know, because if you're on a quest to get a thing done and you see a Loomis truck, it's like, I don't want to stop what I'm doing, you know, but I need to. I need to say, it's okay, whatever it is I'm doing, unless I'm having to meet somebody. I need to just follow them and see if I can find a bank. Because I'd love to order some Loomis boxes just to see what difference I get. Ninth row in the second half, 2024p, number 39 here, guys. One away from a full row. And I was just thinking, I don't see the Loomis trucks nearly as often as I see the Brinks. So Brinks definitely has a much larger business in my area, no doubt. But I just looked up Loomis in my city, and they do have an office here that they work out of, and it's about 20 minutes from where I live. So maybe I just need to take one day, drive over to their office and just follow one of them. That would be kind of suspicious looking, wouldn't it? But I can try to be pretty. Is that? I don't know. There's a dark one there, but it's probably just dirty. Yeah, there's no big 1960. That would be kind of fun to do that. 2025. Pack of Lucky Strikes, half tank of gas. We're wearing sunglasses. Let's go. The band. The band. I'm talking about the Blues Brothers. 10th row in the second half, and here it is, folks. 2024p. Number 40. We got a full roll of those guys. That's cool. I think these are the ones. Let me pull these out. I think this is what they're giving away these days. It's thinner paper than those blue ones that I used to use. And they're looser. The coins are looser inside. I'm not a huge fan of that, but I'm a big fan of free. And so here's another 2025. So I'll take what's free. I'm not going to order some and pay for them when I can get them for free. I'll just have to accept that they're not the rolls I like as well. Huh. That's got a color like the silver color ones. It's a 93. I don't know what's going on with that. That's pretty wild looking. I think I'll just stick this in my oddball coins to be inspected someday out in the future. I'll also put one of these aside. The real grainy ones where they had like the oil on the when they pressed it out. It's oily. I don't think there's a law about following a armored truck. Surely there's no law against it. They might get real suspicious, and they might even call the law and say, I've got a suspicious person following me. But, you know, if they question you, it's like, I'm not breaking the law. I just want to know what banks they're going to so that I can buy something. I'm not going to steal something. There is a 1946. I think you're supposed to weigh these. I'll do that in just a second. 2024P number 41, and I see another Canadian right behind it. It's a newer one. 1993 has the more recent photo of the Queen on it. So that 46 I weighed, it was exactly 5.0 grams. The Hennings weigh 5.4 grams. The counterfeit Hennings. But the article that I was looking at also said that there are some other counterfeits out there that weigh 3.2 grams because they're made of a different composition. I had no idea. I guess if you get one, I guess anytime you get a nickel that just don't feel right, you should weigh it, I suppose. But who's going to sit around and weigh all their nickels? Not I. If I get one that just seems suspiciously odd, I will. But if they really did a good job in making them, then they're not going to get me to weigh them all. 13th row, 2024P, number 42. I got my roll rolled up there. Number 42. Nice. Today's Friday, Tuesday. Folks, in my lifetime, I've been fortunate. I haven't had lots of headaches in my lifetime. I will say back when I was a teenager and had long hair, I got headaches more frequently back then than I do now, but don't know if there's some correlation to that or not, but that's just the way it was. But anyway, Tuesday, man, I had a debilitating headache. The back side, left side of my neck, up my head. It was awful. My blood pressure had jumped way up. And in my whole body just felt wrong, felt like something is not right. And I did some slow, deep breathing and putting essential oils on me and in me. And it went away. The Wednesday I was feeling much better. But I don't know if I had a bug or something that got a hold of me. I don't know. But phew, Tuesday was awful. Really, really bad. I don't remember exactly what I said that last row, but I think maybe I had miscounted a row. This is my 13th row. There's still 12 rows to go. And here's 2024P number 43. 43. Oh, there's another one right there. 44. Pretty neat. It's a 10:15 now. I'm hoping I can get done before we have to go. I may not. Oh my, there's 3 in this row. 2024P. Number 45. All right, the 14th row in the second half in 2024P, number 46. I have, I think, 13 of the 2025 set aside now from this box. Oh, cool. 47. That's neat. My wife has joined me. She's sitting across from me trying to pair some headphones to her phone. There's another one. 15th roll now in the second half in 2024P, number 49. And there's another 25. I'm getting close to 20 of those. My wife just showed me pictures of my son-in-law. He's working to be an electrician, but he did something at work yesterday and with a shovel just messed up his hand big time. Had to go get stitches, and she was showing me the before and after. 2024P number 50, halfway to 100. I don't think we'll get the other half. After this row, there is 9 row. 51, 51, and counting. 9 rows left after this row. And then we will meet at the 2025 Silver Finds box. Right at the end of this row, I get 2024P number 52. And I think I have like 22, 25 set aside now. You know, I feel pretty privileged to be able to find this many 24s. I know there's a bunch of you out there that ain't finding them to this extent. 4 rows to go after this, and here's 2024P number 53. It's 2 minutes after 10. I think I'll finish this and then start getting ready for our outing and our lunch today. We had our Bible study with my niece last night. We try to get together on Thursday nights. Her husband passed several years ago, and she's tried to raise her kids, you know, with a single mom. It's been kind of difficult for her. I mean, she got some insurance money and all that. Oh, there's another one. But, you know, it's tough on a woman to raise her kids like that. They had just had a little boy who was quite young. She had 2 daughters that were a little old. Oh, there's a 1947 Philadelphia. Anyway, we had moved away, me, my wife, and our family, just kind of like right after she had gotten married. So we were gone for 25 years, so we didn't get, I mean, we knew we would come into town and see them occasionally, but we didn't see them a whole lot. And so we're kind of just enjoying spending time together now. 3 rows to go now in 2024P number 56. I tell you, you talk about a person who went through the ringer, and that was my niece. In just a few years, she lost her husband, one of her brothers, and then her father. All shocked, unexpectedly happened. It was, I tell you, she has been through the ringer mentally, trying to, you know, holding it all together. Tough way to go. 25, oh, there's a 25 and then a 24. Is that 224? Yeah, 224 is right there. I'll have to count those and see where I'm at. Where I'm at. Is that a dangling participle? 49. The S would be a semi-key date, and it's not. I think all my 40s were Philadelphia, this box. I may be off by, might have been a D in there somewhere. Three rows to go. 2 rows to go. Number 2024P, number 49. Pretty neat. 50. 2024P, number 50. Wow. 2 rows to go, and we'll wrap this thing up over at the silk. Oh, there's a 1957 Denver. I believe that's the high mintage one. Wow, number 51, guys. And gals. 2024P, number 52. 1 row to go. What was that? Okay. Might be an older one right there. That's a 64. Okay. Okay, guys and gals, this is the last row. Here's 2024P number 53, just a little ways to go. And we'll finish up this box. I think I've got 28 25Ps. There's 54. 2024P 54. Another 25. I don't know why I turned that one over. One silver. We finally got another one. I have faith in humanity again. And here we are at the 2025 Silver Finds box. We have another wartime silver, and that puts my silver at 154 for the year. But guess what? I'm not going to put it in this tube because I just so happen I've got 3 Jefferson nickel books, and my third book that I'm filling the first one, then the second, then the last one, and the third one still needs that guy. So we're going to put him right there. Very cool. But there we are at the Silver Finds number 154, and we're going to wrap it up. Pretty good stuff. A bunch of 2024 Ps, a whole bunch of them. A couple of lower mintage, older nickels. One of them for like 17 million. And I went back to keeping the 2025s again. Folks, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Here's a little bit of free money I got out of the coin machines today. Looks like 21 cents plus a, oh, what is that? I don't know what that is. Australian coin of some type. And this one is Mexico. It's like $1 of Mexican money, whatever that means. Unido, Mexico. Anyway, cool beans. One of my favorite bank ladies dug down into an old cabinet and had a stack of these old ones left. I like these so much better than these.